means the budget of 903 million is already approved kasi wala po talagang confidential funds na nakalagay doon.
A follow-up question,
So-
ma'am. Where is the Vice President now? And yung scheduled trips niya po sa Kuwait, will that push through this August 8, if I'm not mistaken?
Let me verify that information. We'll get back to you on that one.
Thank you po. But is she in the Philippines now?
I will get back to you on that one.
Okay, thank you.
It's,
Kanina nga po sa report nyo na you have more thousands of families served during dun sa mga bagyo na nagdaan and then yung sa Southwest Monsoon. And then for the month of August, may 2,800 families. And of course, ma'am, you mentioned, I think a month ago, na may parang 903 million pesos po yung budget for next year na in-increase po ng DBM for OVP. Do you think, ma'am, na yung budget na yun, yung 903 million pesos would be enough to sustain your current set of programs? Ito nga yung disaster preparedness, relief operations, and then yung magnegosyo taday, you mentioned yung marami pa kayong parang inaengganyo din po na mag-participate din po dito sa programa na ito. Do you think, ma'am, na yung 903 million pesos na budget nyo po for next year would be enough to sustain all these programs?
Yes, thank you, Dempsey. The budget, the 903 million pesos budget of the Office of the Vice President is allocated already per program. So if you're asking about disaster operations, we have actually from 30,250,000 in 2025, we have increased it to 56,620 pesos. Of course, this will necessarily include inflation, and then the additional personnel that we will need to complete a bigger project. Kasama na yan, kaya meron tayong increase na 26 million. And then for, what was your other program? Magnegosyo Taday? Okay. Magnegosyo Taday, I think we're going to have the same budget as last year. So, wait, hold on. Magnegosyo Taday, I cannot find it here. We'll get back to you on the amount, but parang my recollection is it's the same as last year. Iaano lang natin, pagkakasyahin natin ulit kung ano yung makakayang programa for until the 12th month, until December, but we also accept assistance from the private sector. So kung meron mga nagbibigay, we document them properly, and then we, of course, with all gratitude, natutulungan nila ang Office of the Vice President na makatulong sa mas maraming beneficiaryo. Okay.
Of course, magkaka-budget season na kasi.
Yes.
Of course, considering yung medyo not so good relations na nga with the House and with the Congress, what if lang naman, ma'am? What if lang na halimbawa House or Senate or the BICAM decides to slash the budget yung 900 million to, halimbawa bawasan na ng 200 million ulit, I mean, would that still be enough? Halimbawa 700 million na lang yung matira sa budget nyo. Do you think na enough pa rin ba siya para mapagkasya sa mga programa nakalayan sa inyo?
Well, the Office of the Vice President is ready for any eventuality. So kung babawasan nila or ibabalik nila sa 733 million for 2025, we cannot do anything, but we will proceed. We will still pursue the programs that we already have. So on Magnegosyo Taday, Dempsey, just to give you an answer, yes, I'm correct. It was the same 39.6 million for 2026. Yeah. On budget?
Speaking of, help from private sectors, kumusta po yung mga tulong na natatanggap po ng OVP, ma'am?
Actually, nakakatuwa na makita kasi from experience, nakarating tayo dun sa Disaster Operations Center. Marami pong mga goods na nabigay rin ang private sector. So, mas marami yung nailalaman namin sa food box at saka dun sa relief bags na pinapamigay. So, kung opisina lang ng Vice President yung bibilihan ng mga gamit na yon, konti lang ang may bibigay natin, like 6 na dalata and then isang pack ng 5 kilos na bigas. Yun lang yung laman. But with the augmentation coming from the private sector, napupuno natin yun at mas maraming naliligayahan na yung nabibigyan natin. That's why.
How's the support po of the private sectors to the OVP?
Yeah, sa magnegosyo tayo, unless diretso na nilang tutulungan yung negosyante na mag-provide ng mga, for example, a hair salon, mag-provide na ng blower, ng pang-diretso ng buhok or pang-kulot ng buhok or ganyan. Depende. Pero the office will not receive cash donations po.
Sige ma'am, last follow-up with budget.
Hi ma'am, Bella Carriazo, Philippine Star. Si Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, nagsabi na siya ma'am na willing ang Senate Committee on Finance na i-approve yung budget ng OVP basta't walang confidential fund. Ano pong reaction niya dito?
Oh yes, thank you. Well, so that means the budget of 903 million is already approved kasi wala po talagang confidential funds na nakalagay doon. So, thank you, Senator Win. Hindi na mababawasan yung 903 million budget ng Office of the Vice President.
Okay, thank you ma'am. Next we have Lance.
Hi, Ma'am. Lance po from Newswatch Plus. There are a lot of programs from OVP. So, siguro po my first question would be, since napakadami pong programa and also at the same time, marami ring issues na kinakaharap si Vice President Duterte. My first question would be, how involved is she now in the rollout of these programs, given nga po na may mga scheduled trips and etc.? Is she on top of everything pa din?
Yes, the Vice President is as involved as she started. So, nung rinroll out yung mga programa natin, beginning 2022, up to now, her involvement is the same, even more. Kasi, syempre, marami tayong nakikita na pwede pang mga areas of improvement. Maraming mga bagong ideas rin na binibigay si Vice President. So, her involvement never diminished. Yes, tatanong kasi na-mention ko na ang next question. Even if she's not physically here, she's still the one running the office. Kasi may technology naman eh, di ba? Tayo lang, yung mga nandito, kami yung gumagawa. Kami yung mga sundalo, but the instructions come directly from the Vice President herself.
Just a follow-up question, ma'am. Where is the Vice President now? And yung scheduled trips niya po sa Kuwait, will that push through this August 8, if I'm not mistaken?
Let me verify that information. We'll get back to you on that one.
Thank you. But is she in the Philippines now?
I will get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you.
It's August 7, no? Today, 6, okay. Okay.
Nung pagbalik ni VP Sara po dito sa Pilipinas, nakita po ba kayo ma'am? And then may feeling ba siya sa inyo? Especially sa institution po?
Doon kasi pagbalik niya, the day after she went to Marinduque. Papunta ako rin dapat nakaschedule and some members of the team from Manila na papunta dapat sa Marinduque. But hindi kami natuloy kasi sa Roro malakas daw yung agos. So it was not safe for us. Hindi kami nakapunta. But we were supposed to be with her for the 3-day activity in Marinduque. Same pa rin. Pareho ng bilin niya before, pareho rin ang bilin niya ngayon.
Thank you ma'am. Next we have Miss Marisol.
Actually, ang tanong, does she have any official engagement outside? Is she just here? How is she po?
Okay, for today,
Kasi,
specifically for today, we'll see,
Tagal
we'll
naman hindi
see.
na siya nasisilayan.
Oo nga, sige.
Since you're her spokesperson, so pumusay namin saan po si Rippy ngayon, ma'am. Tapos
Okay.
kumusta po siya?
Sige, we'll get back to you on that before we end this conference. JC, paalam na lang please.
Is she
Okay.
just here?
Who knows? She can just be right in the office. Oo nga, a few steps away.
Ma'am, anong ko lang, saan po siya ngayon? Meron ba siya mga engagement sa labas?
Okay, sige, we'll give you the answer later after we confirm.
Sorry, ma'am. Follow up lang dun sa you mentioned that she's more involved now
Yes.
than she is before. Can you just describe how involved she really is with the programs? Parang ano ba siya yung sabi niyo nga siya nagaling instructions and everything. I mean, can you just describe how her involvement now? Kahit a few words lang, can you just describe how involved she is with the program?
Okay. So, of course, given the 3 years now that she has been the vice president, mas marami siyang nakikitang kailangan na gawin, mas marami siyang na-encounter na tao, na mas marami ang pangangailangan na minsan first time lang natin naririnig na meron palang gano'n na pangyayari, meron palang gano'n na sitwasyon. So, lahat po ng ginagawa ng Office of the Vice President, even the regular programs that we have, submitted sa kanya lahat ng report. And then, magko-comment siya dun sa report that should have given more here, should have given less there, para mas na-spread, na-ikot, or ganyan. Or, even the public release, the press releases that we make, even the ones in social media, Chine-check po muna ni Vice President yun kung tama ba or accurate ba yung mga figures na binigay nyo, i-compare niya doon sa records niya. So that's how the Vice President is involved. Like I said, she may not be here physically, hindi lang natin nakikita, pero yung trabaho na kailangan niyang gawin for the office is still being done. Ano lang, minsan virtual, minsan ghost.
Thank you, ma'am. Follow up.
Related ma'am doon sa tanong kung talagang mas involved si VP Sara ngayon. Kasi merong survey ngayon na bumaba yung kanyang yung performance rating ng OVP. So kasi may impression din na kaya bumaba dahil lagi siyang wala sa bansa. Ano po yung comment natin dito?
We of course respect the survey regardless of the source kung saan po galing yung survey na yan. Okay lang po sa atin if that is their findings, and of course with that, kung totoo man yun o hindi, we have resolved to do better for the office of the Vice President. The Vice President herself also has resolved to work even harder than we are all working now. So pagbubutihin pa po natin lalo ang serbisyo na ibibigay natin sa taong bayan.
Thank you, Attorney. Yes, Red.
Good morning, RBC. Well, nasabi na po natin, Bella, yung survey kasi nga parang while mas bumaba po siya sa Luzon, Balance Luzon, and sa Visayas po, ma'am. So, gagawin po ba ni BP po ba, mas ipofocus po ba ang serbisyo niya dito sa Luzon or sa Visayas, magiging targeted po ba in light of the recent survey na slightly bumaba yung kanyang performance rating and yung trust rating po niya. Kasi sa Mindanao, medyo slight lang po yung binaba noon pero still medyo mataas pa rin po naman. So, ano po ba, magiging target po ba or magiging national pa rin po ba ang scope ng OVP even if there's a decline in the survey ratings, ma'am?
Yes, alam niyo naman kasi, Red, ang Office of the Vice President, survey or not, survey or no survey, pareho lang po ang trabaho natin. It's all in a day's work. Kung ano po yung mga kailangan namin gawin, yun lang rin po ang itutuloy natin. Of course, mag-extra effort tayo ngayon because of that survey. Pero regardless of the location rin, ang trabaho po natin, we can do better. I'm sure we can do better here and there. At ang pangalawang Pangulo po, like I said, whether she is here or not, pareho din po or masigit pa ang trabaho na ginagawa sa ngayon.
Yung sinasabi ni Senator Trillanes na kaya daw tahimik si former Vice President Robredo dun sa impeachment case ni VP dahil magkaalyado nga ba sila? So baka meron ng clarification.
Okay, well, I am not privy to that. But you know, if it's true, I'm sure the Vice President will get a lot of useful tips from former Vice President Leni Robredo.
Thank you, Attorney Ruth. Do we have any parting words, ma'am? The last question from Jason, ma'am.
You're not a spokesperson po for the impeachment. Pero gusto lang namin kamustahin yung institusyon, yung moral po ng mga staff ng OVP na ngayon po ay magdidesisyon, magbobotohan po mamaya yung Senate po.
Okay. Kagaya ng sinabi ko tungkol sa ano yun? Yung survey or no survey, impeachment or no impeachment, the Office of the Vice President will work the same or even harder to fulfill the mandate of the office and to fulfill also the advocacies of the Office of the Vice President. Pareho lang, parang kaming we're shielded. We do not know what's happening outside. So, tuloy lang kung anong trabaho. Oo. Yun lang ang focus naman kasi. Well, of course, that's a standing order from the Vice President also. Na whatever happens outside, whatever happens in politics, diretso lang, focus lang on the Office of the Vice President.